Hello friends, welcome to LeggLife. And if you guys have been around here for a long time, you will know that in the early days of LeggLife, we did random things. It was just like, you never knew what to expect. It would be an unboxing and then a vlog and then we'd make burritos and then we'd do like a this or that or an internet tag.
Right. And
I thought, you know what? We haven't done a video that just is, I don't know, like weird and fun and feels like what we used to do in a while.
Right.
And so I texted Sherry at work this week. I was like, Sherry, I've got a video idea for Friday.
Okay.
And you were like, oh God.
Honestly, I was like, oh no.
But good idea.
But it was a good idea.
Okay, listen, I was born in 1980. Sherry was born later than that. And
1981.
I was trying to be kind. You never share a lady's age.
Right.
And so the 90s for us were like prime years.
Yes, because it would have been like late elementary through like high school for us.
Influential times.
Yeah, so like you graduated in 98, I graduated in 2000, so it was just like the 90s were like...
And
yeah. And
there is so much like stigma and identity around the 90s. And we thought, you know what? We're gonna throw it back a little bit today.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a 1990s this or that, comparing different things, probably getting into a heated argument. You know the nice thing about like arguing with other people from the 90s is that we're all just kind of like sore and hurt now. Like our bodies just ache. Right. And so it's like even a fight's not that bad because it's like we already hurt.
Correct.
Because we're getting old.
Right. Yeah. Lower back pain is all a thing.
If you identify with any of these this or that's, you for sure have lower back pain.
Yep. Yep.
And things crack and pop when you stand up.
Correct.
So here we go. 90s, this or that.
So we scoured the internet and we came up with 20 90s this or that questions that we are going to fight over.
You're gonna fight. I like that you just like, don't even deny it.
No.
We have talked about most of these.
Most of them, yeah.
And we found some other 90s this or that tags. We took some questions from there. We made some of our own.
Yep.
And we just need to get into it.
Yep.
And we are gonna start with something that we're gonna divide our household and
immediately.
Maybe the LeggLife community.
Correct.
Immediately.
Right.
Sherry Beth, NSYNC or the Backstreet Boys?
There's only one right answer.
And the right answer is NSYNC. How do you think the Backstreet Boys are better?
Absolutely they were better.
No.
Yeah.
In what way?
I adored BSB. And I don't know, maybe it was Justin's hair because he just had like ramen hair and I was like, I'm not even gonna listen to you. I can't.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say
also, they had Nick Carter and he's pretty.
I'm gonna say to you the same thing that NSYNC would say. Bye, bye, bye. Okay, the next question, Nickelodeon or Disney? Now remember, this is the 90s.
This is the 90s.
90s, Nickelodeon or Disney?
Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon for me as well. Nickelodeon for me as well. And here's the thing, I remember watching...
Nick at Night?
I remember watching Hey Dude, Salute Your Shorts, Clarissa Explains It All. Those were my shows. I
don't know if I could actually name any Nickelodeon shows.
Rugrats, Hey Arnold. Should I stop? I can keep going.
I wasn't allowed to watch Disney.
Christian households in the 90s. Okay, next. You ready? Bagel bites or pizza rolls?
Pizza rolls.
I agree. In fact, I'm not a huge bagel bites fan.
I'm not really either. I feel like the bagel it's too tough, especially like...
Yes!
I'm not gonna lie, I am not one of the pizza roll people who like put it in the oven for 45 minutes, let's be clear.
Nobody has time for that.
It is 3 minutes in the microwave, and so like the bagel bites in the microwave are just hard and like... I don't know, it's not good.
Also, you know you were a kid in the 90s if you still have some roof of your mouth damage from the lava that was biting into a pizza roll fresh out of the microwave.
I absolutely still do.
Flaps of skin just hanging because of the mouth blisters we gave ourselves.
Correct.
Because we wouldn't wait 90 seconds to let it cool down.
Correct.
I still to this day. Pizza rolls?
I still love me some pizza rolls.
Are you a pizza roll purist just like by themselves? Would you dip them in anything?
I will eat them by themselves.
Me too.
I do appreciate a good ranch dip.
That's where falling more in love every moment. Okay, next one. Two characters from the same show. Yeah. Zach Morris or AC Slater?
Zach Morris.
AC Slater. Now, I need to know why Zach Morris.
Because he's pretty. So,
I'm sensing a trend. I'm sensing. Also, was Sherry a teenage girl in the 90s? Apparently.
Sure was. I don't know. AC just never did it for me. I think it was the jock thing. Which is funny because...
I played sports.
You played sports,
yep.
But I was never super into, like, the jock persona.
Zach Morris, to me, always felt pretentious, and like at some point, he would go on to be the subject of a true crime podcast. Like, I always felt like Zach gave off like maybe murder vibes.
Honestly, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I was a Lisa fan.
Oh, Lisa, in my opinion, the most underrated character on that show.
I agree. I mean, I know that she was kind of shallow and like super rich, but she was good people, and I just appreciated Lisa.
Also, can we talk about Screech's like constant love for Lisa? Oh my gosh.
I mean, it was creepy.
Okay, well, next question.
No means no.
Squeeze It or Capri Sun?
Squeeze it.
Squeeze it for sure. Squeeze it for sure.
Yeah.
I remember after sports in the 90s, like, you know, Little League and stuff.
Twisted off that little cap.
I felt like orange slices and Squeeze-Its were always what one of the team parents would bring.
Yeah.
Oh man, oh god, if Squeeze-Its a thing, I would
absolutely drink one, and this might be, I don't know. There was always like that little bit of like juice in the cap. Did you ever
yes,
try to...
absolutely.
Okay, good.
Always.
Good.
Always.
I always did. I was like, but there's a drop in there. I gotta drink it all.
Also, Squeeze-Its, I'm sure it was 100% juice.
Oh.
Very healthy.
Very healthy.
All right, Sherry, this next question is for you.
Okay.
Butterfly. Take two. Butterfly clips or scrunchies?
In the 90s, yeah. I was a butterfly clips girl.
It's interesting because right now you have a scrunchie.
I actually do have a scrunchie in right now, but I was a butterfly clip, like all the way around. Oh yeah. Like pulling the hair.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I just remember that girls in the 90s, it looked like they were wearing a crown of butterflies.
In fact.
Here we go.
At prom.
Okay.
My sister's best friend did my hair for prom.
All right.
And she did a fantastic job, but she like pulled the sides up and then like kind of did like a bow sort of thing with my hair. And then we found it fancy, but it was a butterfly. Literally in the middle. Just a clip.
Sounds spectacular.
It was pretty and sparkly, but it was a butterfly clip.
That feels like the definition of 90s prom.
For prom. Yep.
Okay, next question. Fresh Prince or Friends? Two iconic 90s TV shows starting with the letter F.
I was not allowed to watch Friends, so Fresh Prince. But I also adored Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince for me, for sure. I never, in the 90s, nor today, have gotten into Friends.
I know. I think that you would, because I've watched it all since then, but I didn't start until college. But the episodes that I will like randomly watch with you around...
I do enjoy.
You enjoy. You're like, this is actually really funny. And I'm like, I know.
But
I think that you would actually enjoy it if you like watched it through, but
still not as funny as Fresh Prince.
I did love Fresh Prince.
Britney or Christina? One of the most iconic 90s like matchups.
I was a Britney fan.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is hard for me because I also was a Britney fan. I feel like I liked her music better, all that. Christina is more talented to me.
I think Christina has a better voice, but and I'm gonna get a little deep here for a second. It's because Britney wasn't allowed to sing.
What do you mean Britney wasn't allowed to sing?
Britney has a big voice like that too when she's allowed to sing. But she wasn't allowed to. She needed the baby doll persona. And so they wouldn't let her sing those big notes, but she can.
You just blew my mind. Literally blew my mind.
I know.
Okay, Nintendo 64 or PlayStation?
I was always a Nintendo girl, mostly because I grew up in the 80s. And had the NES, but I don't think that we ever actually had a PlayStation or a Nintendo 64. I remember when like my friends in high school would get like the N64 and it was like a big deal. But I don't think we ever did. I think we were still rocking the old original NES.
Interesting. So of these, I'm picking the PlayStation because I'm with you. I was an original NES. Like that's still like probably my all-time favorite console. Love the original NES. And I remember playing the 64 at friend's house and just being like, meh. But I loved my PlayStation. I loved my PlayStation because of Sonic the Hedgehog. That was the game that got me.
Okay. I honestly don't know that I knew anybody with a PlayStation until I was like out of college. I feel like it was Nintendo or Sega.
To be fair, PlayStations might not have made it to Indiana until you were in college.
Correct.
They made it to the farms in the mid-2000s. Early 2000s they made it to the farm. All right. Next, this one is dear to my heart. We're putting together 90s fashion.
Oh boy.
Flannel shirts. Think grunge, Pearl Jam, Nirvana, right? The 90s flannel shirt versus hypercolor shirts.
I was 100% in the flannel. I had the...
This surprises me, actually.
I was 100% in the flannel. I did the huge t-shirts with the huge flannel and like the wide leg jeans.
I am so surprised by that.
Yep.
I thought for sure you would be a hypercolor shirt person. Interesting. Flannel for me, 100%.
Nope.
Nirvana was like my favorite band of the 90s.
I feel like the neon kind of color thing was like late 80s more, but like...
Well, the hypercolor...
By the 90s...
I think the hypercolor shirt's not the neon. The hypercolor shirt, correct me if I'm wrong, do you remember the shirts that you could like touch and it would change color, or you'd go into the sun and it would change color? That's what that is. I think the neon is different.
No, I 100% did the flannels.
Okay. Am I right on hypercolor? I think that's what they were.
I don't know.
Okay, this is, again, more you. Choker necklaces or mood rings?
Both.
Okay.
100% were both.
Choker necklaces or mood rings? This or that?
Man. Probably the chokers.
Oh.
I mean, it was a nice look with the flannel and the huge t-shirt and the baggy jeans and the choker.
Was the choker like that tribal like kind of pattern almost? It was like super tight on your neck?
I did that or like the hemp.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
With like the puka shells?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. So 90s. I don't have an answer to that, except mood rings to me are just like the biggest like joke. Like they don't tell any mood.
It's 100% on like your body temperature.
Best marketing. Whoever sold mood rings, best marketing ever.
It's never actually like your mood.
I bet that guy's commission check in the 90s was huge. The mood ring guy.
They're still around.
Weird. Next one, you ready?
Yeah.
Gushers or fruit by the foot?
Fruit by the foot.
Absolutely not. Gushers all of the way.
No.
Yes.
No, I didn't like the texture of it.
You love gummy stuff.
I know, but I don't want them to explode.
Oh, Gushers.
No.
Gushers.
No.
Not a fruit by the foot fan. Okay. Disposable camera or Polaroid?
Disposable camera.
Yes. I feel like you and I might be in the minority on this one.
Yeah, probably. I was a big fan of the disposable camera.
Do you remember?
Like the one roll of film and then you have to buy a new camera.
Well, what I loved, I was just going to say, one of the things that I loved is I remember taking, like, you shoot that 30-second or, like, 36th photo, and then you'd go to the grocery store, and you'd put it in, like, a little bag, and if you had money, you'd be like, 1 hour photo, you know what I mean? And then
if you didn't have money, then it was like 3 days.
That's true. Or in Alaska, 3 weeks. 3 week photo.
Well, I think it was like 3 days for me. But...
Okay, this next one was one that you wanted on here. This was a request from you.
Yeah.
Heads Up, 7-Up, or MASH. Two, like, do you guys remember playing both of these games?
Yes, I mean, I do, absolutely. And maybe I'm old and I don't really remember, like, the point of the Heads Up, 7-Up. I
think
just
it was
remember
just a
doing
game.
this thing.
Wait, I thought that it was the thumb, and then somebody would walk by and, like, push the...
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You'd go your head down, and then someone would push it, and then I literally don't remember what we did after that.
Like, what was the point? I don't understand. I don't remember. If y'all remember, or if you still play this, I don't know if it's actually even still a thing, because I feel like kids have maybe evolved past the...
As soon as we're done filming this video, I'm going to Google how to play Heads Up 7-Up because I need to know.
Goodness gracious. But I was absolutely at MASH.
Was MASH...
MASH wins for me.
Okay, was MASH the one that was like this thing? Like, it was... But that's what it was, right?
Yes.
It was the paper thing that...
And I could not do this if somebody paid me $1 million right now. I would not be able to figure this out. But I remember doing it, and like I knew how to fold it, and I knew how to. Oh man, I'm a mash girl.
I'm pretty sure that if you were a girl in the 90s, the reason you have arthritis in your hands and carpal tunnel is because you spent a decade doing this with folded paper.
Probably.
Oh my gosh, I remember that
mash.
so much.
Listen, we had to figure out who it was we were going to marry.
And what kind of house you were going to live in. And how many kids you were going to have.
Right.
These are important things.
Important things.
How many times did you get 0 kids, Adam, townhouse, Alaska? Ever?
I'm going to go 0.
So maybe the game's not the most accurate. Well, it's kind of like a Magic 8 Ball. That's not on here, but do you remember Magic 8 Balls?
Oh, yeah.
And if you didn't get the answer you wanted, it's like, yeah, I'll try again.
We weren't allowed to play with Magic 8 Balls because they were of the devil.
90s Christian households. All right. Okay, next one. This is a good song mashup.
Okay.
You ready?
Okay.
The Boy Is Mine or Say My Name.
I was a big Brandy fan. I'm going to go with The Boy Is Mine. Yeah. Hands down.
I love both of these songs. Both of these songs, if they came on right now, my butt is shaking. Like, I am just dancing like crazy because I love those songs. But, Say My Name.
Okay. Well,
I'm going to... Okay. Okay. We're going 90s gum.
Okay.
Big League Chew or Bubble Tape.
Bubble Tape.
I'm Big League Chew. Again, because I played baseball, I played a Little League, and there was something about pretending at 8 years old or 10 years old that you had tobacco in your mouth.
It's disgusting.
It's so sick. The whole idea behind Big League Chew is it's really no different than candy cigarettes.
Right.
It's just like, I don't know, make like chew or dip in bubble form. Kids will love it. And I did.
No, I was a big Bubble Tape fan.
Fan? Form?
Fan.
You been drinking? No?
I wish.
Okay.
Not in the 90s.
Next 90s. I was drinking. Not the point. Next mashup. Empire Records or Clueless.
Okay, Clueless. Because I honestly don't think that I watched Empire Records until after I moved up here.
Really?
I
Rex Manning Day?
wouldn't have known what it was. But I was a huge Clueless fan.
But you've seen
Still am.
What do you think about Empire Records?
Oh, I love it.
It's so good.
If I had to choose now, I might still choose Clueless, but I wouldn't have watched Empire Records in the 90s.
I will say,
it has a much more like bigger cult following than like the current.
Clueless was very mainstream to the point that like it impacted so much culture.
As if.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Everybody knows what that means.
As if.
Yeah. Loved Clueless.
Alicia Silverstone?
Yep.
Is that right?
Silverstone.
What did I say?
Stone.
Silverstone?
Silverstone.
One of my first celebrity crushes.
Also, Britney Murphy. R.I.P.
Oh, man.
I know.
I loved Britney Murphy.
Early.
Okay. We're going to 2 iconic 90s things, but not in the same like category.
Okay.
And one of them has come back big time.
Okay.
Slap bracelets or Beanie Babies.
Oh, I was definitely a slap bracelet.
I was slap bracelet too.
I never really got into the Beanie Baby craze.
I didn't either. I do remember.
I think partly because we didn't have a lot of money and they were like stupid expensive.
I remember like when Beanie Babies were part of the McDonald's Happy Meal and everyone was like, I'm going to save these and be rich someday. And
How'd that work out for you?
Yeah. Is anybody out there with their Beanie Baby money? Okay, next, 90s food. Pop-Tarts or toaster strudels. The morning starting, you're going to the kitchen, you were up late listening to Mariah Carey, The Boy Is Mine, or Say My Name. What are you grabbing for breakfast? Pop-Tarts or toaster strudels?
Oh, man.
You're thinking.
I am thinking because here's the thing. Toaster strudels taste better. And I like that you can like put the fresh frosting on and it's gooey and it's yummy. I was more of a Pop-Tart girl because of the ease. I will still eat Pop-Tarts cold. Like I don't heat them up. I just eat them out of the package.
Can I make a comment that may lose our channel and hopefully not my marriage? in my opinion, Pop-Tarts may be a top 10 most overrated food in the history of the world.
You're wrong, but because I love Pop-Tarts. But if somebody was like, right now, would you like a Pop-Tart or a toaster strudel? I'm probably going to go for the toaster strudel just because it's warm and it's gooey and it's yummy.
I'm choosing toaster strudel because in my young life, I don't know that I ever felt more fancy than when you have a flaky toaster strudel. Also,
and a frosting packet.
I was just going to say more times than I care to admit.
You just ate the frosting.
I just ate the frosting, which probably led to my weight issue at a young age. Okay, last question. Last question.
Okay.
These are 90s twins. Two sets of iconic 90s twins.
Okay.
Tia and Tamara, the Maoris, Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. Sister, sister,
oh, man.
versus Full House.
Here's the thing, I adored both of those shows.
There's not a wrong answer on this one.
There's not a wrong answer. I probably watched more Full House.
Yeah.
But I love me some Sister Sister. In fact, I've actually gone back and like rewatched Full House and rewatched Sister Sister. Sister Sister is a little cutting edge, especially for the 90s.
It holds up.
It holds up.
Even now.
I know.
And so, okay, I'm exactly with you. I watched more Full House, loved Full House. Sister Sister, those twins always to me felt like the height of fashion. Do you remember they had like colorful bucket hats and like overalls?
Yeah.
And just thinking like, you might be the coolest person I've ever seen in my life.
Correct. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna go Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen.
Me too, probably, but 90s versions.
Yes. Totally. Yes. Sherry, that is our 90s this or that.
Yeah.
What question am I the most wrong on?
Oh, no.
Of all of them, what am I the most wrong on?
Let me see.
Do you think? Is there one that stands out to you? Because there's clearly one to me.
Oh, no.
You are unbelievably wrong about Fruit by the Foot.
I am not wrong about Fruit by the Foot. What's not to love? It was basically flattened jam.
Okay, we're not having the Pop-Tart discussion. You guys, thank you so much for watching. We love you. And here's what we want to know in the comments below. Do you agree with us? Do you disagree? What do you disagree about?
Yeah.
I'm very curious.
How is Adam just really wrong? And how am I just really right?
Gushers. The answer is always Gushers. Friends, we love you guys so very much. Thanks for watching. Any other 90s kids out there?
Yeah. Do you have other this or that's?
Oh my gosh. Do you have any other 90s this or that's that you want to get our opinion on?
Yeah.
We'll be reading the comments and responding to any 90s this or that's that you give us.
Yeah.
That are good.
That are good.
All right, friends. We love you guys so much. We'll see you on the next LeggLife video.